aureus colour along the edge, and beautiful plant. And you can see how the leaves have opened up here underneath this ace of bloodgood, so it doesn't mind the shade either in comparison to those leaves where they're a little bit in the open. But they are under a silver birch tree here, so they do get some partial shade. I saved these Hostas probably about 5 years ago, and they're absolutely beautiful. They have a blue flower on them. They're a variegated or marginata leaf on it. You can see the margin on the leaf, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about these later. But in the meantime, we've got to unload the van. There you are. This is this other Hosta next to this box ball here, and if you feel the back of here, and there is one particular Hosta called Sum and Substance, which has a real red back, and the slugs really do avoid them. Now, just lately we've had quite dry weather, and you can see it's been fine, but since we've had a little bit of rain the last few days, maybe there's a few slugs around at night time and getting on the back of these leaves and start eating them. The tip is to put some sort of gravel mulch around the bottom of the Hosta, because the slugs and the snails don't like that. So maybe that's what I'll do here. I've got a bit of a twig there, take that out. They do like moist soil. They do originate from Japan and China and Korea. And of course they do tolerate partial shade absolutely fine. Beautiful little plant. These ones I actually saved from a project. There was quite a few of them, so I've planted them along these borders amongst the box ball, and they do work. What I was going to say, a little tip that I've got for you is it's good with these slugs maybe to put a little plastic cup with some beer in, because that will attract the slugs, and then obviously they drop in the cup and they just get drunk. But there you are, that's something else, whether you believe in that or not. But I heard that on the BBC a few years ago. But yeah, beautiful plant, and herbaceous perennial. It's going to come back year after year. I get great value from these Hostas, and they look fantastic. So here we are. This is a different variety, and they've still got a bit of shade here, but you can see where the slugs have had this one here. So we got to put some gravel around the base of that to avoid the slugs coming through. You can see that is the other variety I've got coming over here. There's nothing wrong with mixing them up, and it just, the texture and the contrast will change and just offer a little bit more. I need to plant some more along here. You can give it a slow release fertilizer, and just before spring, or as they start to emerge, you can start feeding them now. We're going to put a link in to the slow release fertilizer you can use in this video. Now if we look here, we've got next to this, they've got Agapantha over there, and right next to it you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little clusters of these Hostas, and believe you me, they make an absolute fantastic ground cover. They'll cover that piece of ground here very, very shortly, and especially with the weather we're having at the moment, they're in perfect conditions here. They've got shade, and we've had rain and we've had sunshine, so these are going to flourish very, very shortly. So we'll be able to show you a picture of those later on.